probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive in with you.
So for tonight's dinner, I'm going to be making one of my favorite recipes. I absolutely love this. Making brown butter is super easy. And the first time I ever made this recipe, I actually did, it's a brown butter mushroom. We're going to be using just like a pasta, pappardelle, or you can use like a fettuccine or anything. But the first time I did it, I actually cut this all up, sautéed the mushrooms in the brown butter and sage, and then I made little raviolis out of them. And it's incredible. And then you add just a little brown butter on top with some fresh sage, and it is like mouth-watering delicious. But for tonight's dish, I'm going to be doing pretty much the same recipe, but I'm putting it in a pasta style. So I'll be using these are little baby portobello mushrooms. You can use creminis, really any type of mushroom. I prefer portobellos. I just think that they have buttery taste. So I'm going to wash those. I'm going to be removing the stems, and we're just going to dice these up. I also have some raspberries to the side because I'm going to be adding those to the kids' dinner as well. A lot of times when I do a cook with me, I always like to show you guys kind of how we make our dinner, and then I always have like an abbreviated version for the kids because that just makes things a little easier. Half our kids don't really like mushrooms, although I did put a little bit in a bowl on the table, and some of them did enjoy it. So that was nice. But if I add it to the plate, sometimes they end up not eating it at all, and that's definitely not the object of the exercise. So I'm going to chop these up, and then we're going to saute these mushrooms down. I've got some water boiling. That's where I'm going to be putting my pasta. I like to do the kids' pasta first, and then I'll move it into our pasta. That way I can do maybe a butter noodle for them and then do something a little heartier for us.
It was only one night, only that time, and it's not my style to be caught up in the middle like this.
But I'm gonna dive into you. And maybe I can, but what can I do? And it will be alright, so let me fly. Rather we try than let this feeling slide.
So to get started, I'm going to add some butter and olive oil to the pan in the back, and then I'm going to slowly saute down the mushrooms on a very low medium heat. And then in the front pan, I'm going to be putting 1 stick of butter. We're going to be melting that down very slowly and also on a low heat before I add the sage. That's what's going to make our brown butter. And you can basically, what I like to do is just do it on a really low heat, and then you'll start to see the bottom of the pan where the butter is slightly turning like a tannish brown. So that's all you need to do to make brown butter. And I'm also going to be adding a little bit of salt and pepper and some good seasonings to the mushrooms and some garlic as well, because I just absolutely love garlic.
What I feel now, been biting my tongue for a while. The words just wanna come out. I'm too afraid to be rejected. It's so expected. I feel like I'm out of my mind, but I know I can't deny you. I am so alienated, sitting on planet X. I'm becoming the person I've hated. Wonder what will happen next.
So once your butter has completely melted, go ahead and put some freshly chopped sage into the butter and have it on a very low heat. I'm just going to kind of let those marinate together, and I don't want to overcook the butter or it will burn. So you just want to keep it on a very low heat and just keep mixing it up until the butter, which is very yellow right now, starts to turn a light brown. That's when you know it's ready, and then just slide it to the back. For my mushrooms, I'm going to add some ready-made garlic because I just realized I was out of garlic. Thank God I always have that on hand. And at the end, I'll be adding a little of that fresh sage to this as well. It smells so good. There's nothing better than sautéed garlic, onions, or mushrooms.
I've given into my damn heart. It feels like I am losing my grip, going crazy, 'cause this doesn't make any sense.
You could totally make this a vegetarian dish. I'm going to be putting in some sweet Italian sausage. I'm using sweet Italian because my kids like that, but I would definitely do like a spicy Italian sausage if I was not feeding the kids this night. But I'm going to be putting those in a pot, let those boil, and I'm going to get started on some green beans for the kids. While I have all of that cooking, I'm going to come over and check on our brown butter sauce. It looks so good. You can see how toasty and brown it is. Oh my God, it smells so good. I wish you guys were in my kitchen smelling this right now. But I'm going to be adding in the mushrooms and kind of just let all of that incorporate together. I don't want the butter to cook the mushrooms anymore, so I'm going to put it at a very low heat and just let everything kind of marinate together. To finish the pasta, I like to add it back into one of the pans, and then I will pour the mushroom butter sage sauce on top. I kind of like to let all of that mix together. I like to coat all of the pasta with that beautiful butter sauce, and then I'm going to top it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I've got all of my sausage done. I'm also going to top it with that, give that a good mix, and then I'm going to head over and start making some salad.
You touch me, babe. You send me right out into space.
I'm just doing a really simple spinach salad tonight with some candied pecans and some dried cranberries and feta. And then this is one of my favorite dressings. It's champagne dressings by Gerard's, but I'm just going to mix that up and get that going. That'll be the greens for my husband and I. And then for the kids, we're going to be doing just butter sauce. I'm going to be doing a little bit of green beans, keeping things nice and simple. And then I did chop up the sausage for my kids who do eat meat. I have one of my children has not ever eaten meat. She, even as a baby, just doesn't like it. So I always make her a little something extra. And then I definitely have a nice big bowl of raspberries for them. And then for our plate, I like to just simply plate the salad and the pasta together. And that's all it took. I love this recipe. I will link it down below. And as always, I try to put all of my recipes from YouTube on my website at laurennicholson.com. Definitely put that in the descriptions down below. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video and being with me today. It means the world to me. I started this video feeling so lost and just struggling with, stuff I can't change and I can't do anything about. And by the end of this video, I feel so uplifted. I have so many wonderful friends all over the world that I get to share this day with. So thank you for being here. And I cannot wait to share my next video with you. But until then, I'll see you soon. Bye.